what's up you guys, it's Jenna, and you can, hold on. Snazzy and quiet. Hey, what's up you guys, it's Jenna, and today I had something scary happen to me recently, and it was really funny just because of how stupid I am that I let it happen. But I got to thinking and I was like, you know, stupid shit happens to me often and it's not just like, that was dumb, it's like kind of dangerous stuff. So I thought I would just tell you guys some stories about some dangerous stupid shit that's happened to me and just talk about it. Like, it's story time with Jenna, and I have quite a few stories and not all of them are dangerous and stupid, but I just felt like sharing these ones in particular because something recently happened to me that scared the living shit out of me. So let's just jump right into this. The first story, I think I was like 5 or 4, like really young, and I remember we went on a camping trip, my family. This is when my mom and dad were still together, and we would take our camper out into the desert with like 2 or 3 other families, and we just like park all of our campers and like we'd ride quads, but some people know those as like 4-wheelers, and we just ride them around, our dirt bikes and all that stuff, and it was just like, it would be a desert adventure and it'd just be so much fun. And I was really young, so I didn't have my own quad, so the family had a daughter who was like a year older than me, 2 years older than me, so I would ride on the back of hers with her, and she had an electric quad. So I would just ride behind her, and what happened was we were pulling up around to like go in through the camp, and her dad like called her in for something. So she's like, "Hey, park this." So I was like, okay. And then the second like she got in her camper, I was like, screw that. My fun is not ending right now because you have to go do something. So I stole her quad, and this is like my first time ever riding like solo. Like, I was just me on this thing and I was just going for it. So I take off and I just ride my little heart away, and I just keep going, and like I'm not paying attention obviously because I'm like young and I don't think it's important to have to pay attention, and I crash it, like ended up flipping it upside down, and my hair at the I was wearing just like a normal like skater helmet. It had wrapped around the tire and it was like pinning me in place on like the dirt, the sand. So I'm just sitting there like, what? I was like crying and like screaming because I had just ruined my like experience, and I slid or something because I had gravel in my cheek and in my lip, and it was just not pretty. So my brothers must have just seen all of this happen. I have 3 older brothers, and I'm thinking Dustin, who's like my middle oldest brother, saw it happen, and he goes and tells my mom in the camper. And I've talked to her about this story a bunch because it's funny to me just because it's so stupid and it's something I would totally do, and I did do. So she came running or whatever, and they had to like pull my hair out from the tire because it wrapped around it because the tire was spinning, so it kept pulling my hair, and I had just had like all this shit in my face and it was just not pretty. And I remember it was super like awkward for me to just have to go back to camp, like, here's your ruined thing. And thank goodness I was wearing a helmet, because my mom said if I wasn't wearing a helmet it would have been way worse, just because the tire, or like maybe it was the engine or something, had like burned a hole and like scraped through a thick part of it. So I guess I could have died, I don't know. It probably just would have been like I wouldn't have needed stitches or something, but thank goodness for that. So that was my first experience with a quad and almost dying. The second experience was more recent. I think I was in like 4th grade when this happened. I think at this point my parents were like in the middle of being divorced, so my dad took just me and my older brother Chandler out to the desert, just us 3, and we were just riding around. And at this point I have a 90 quad, so it actually, you have to put gas in it, and it's not just like a little electric one. And me and Chandler are riding around. I think he's on like a 250, and we're riding around, and we stop, and because I'm following him I was like, I want to lead. He's like, okay, like you obviously can't hear because it's like helmet and then like just sound from the quad. So I have on sweatpants, DC sneakers, just normal sweatshirt, a crew neck, and then an actual quad helmet that has like framework, and then no gloves. I wasn't wearing gloves. So I'm leading and I like have my thumb going down pretty hard. Like you don't have to shift or anything. It's just like you turn the key, start with your like gas, like throttle, whatever. So I have it like all the way and I stand up just because I'm like, I don't know, people stand up when they ride, I can do it. 4th grade me is like standing up, this is so much fun. And then I start to feel it like tip. So I'm guessing what happened was like the dirt wasn't like level and my tire was like up on one and the other one was there. I'm standing up so it makes it easier to tip. So it rolls. And when like I'm like so surprised that this has happened to me, I'm assuming that it's like still rolling towards me, like it suddenly became a ball and it's never gonna stop until it crushes me. So I'm like army crawling away from it and Chandler's like, Jenna, what are you doing? Stop. And I like stop and I turn around and it's just resting there, like whatever, it's just chilling, and I'm like 10 feet from it just because I'm like slowly crawling. Like, I thought I was going fast, and realistically if that was happening, it wouldn't have mattered if I would have crawled. But I'm like, okay, wow, that happened, and I'm like crying. I'm like, Dad's gonna be so mad that I just did this. And I'm not in really any pain. Like my ribs were kind of like, it hurt just because I like got thrown onto the ground because I think I like dived off of it because I was scared that I was gonna like die or something. So we get back and my dad's like, what happened? Because the handlebars were like turned and like, or like they were bent.
Genna wrecks another one.
So I like sit down on the bench outside of our camper. I'm like, oh my gosh. I take off my helmet, I take off my shoes, and I'm just sitting there like, what the hell just happened? And I look down at my foot and I'm like, oh my god. And my sock is just bright red. And I'm like, Dad, my foot's bleeding. So he's like, take off your sock. So I take off my sock and I don't really see any like missing like appendages. So I'm like, okay, I must be like somewhat okay. I'm crying at this point because now there's blood and I'm really freaked out. And we get inside the camper and my dad takes like isopropyl alcohol or like rubbing alcohol and he pours it on my foot, and of course that's when like flip-a-doodle, it hurts really bad. Like my like young self, I'm not trying to swear but I really wanted to. So I'm like freaking out, and what had happened, like to this day I honestly don't know what happened, but I'm guessing it was like pressure or there was a rock in my shoe, but the shoe had no holes in it whatsoever. It just like my toe, my middle toe, I don't want to show you guys just because like I'm sure people don't really appreciate feet being shoved in, but like my right foot, my middle toe, you could probably see that. You probably saw it, okay. It split open. Like, I don't know if there was a rock in there or like my foot like went onto the tire and like all the toes smushed that one in the or
Push that one in the or one in the
like I don't know how that works, but my toe split open and I didn't go get stitches. My dad's like, you don't need stitches, and I was just like, okay. So then he just wrapped it up and like put Neosporin and shit on it, and like I just rocked on. Like I didn't go on any more quads after that because mine was broke, but I just hung out at the desert until I got home, and my mom freaked out. Like she was like, she needs stitches, and I'm just like, I mean, I feel fine. Like, it just wasn't a concern to me because my dad told me it was okay. Go to the hospital or whatever because my mom's dramatic. But they said that yes, I would have needed stitches. But, I mean, my feet aren't symmetrical. I don't think anybody's feet are symmetrical, but you can, like, tell that my right foot, like, my middle toe was, like, a little bit wider. But it literally looked like a tomato, which is disgusting. The last story happened, like, 2 days ago. This is my bed, and right in the center of my bed is an outlet. My dad told me, he's like, don't leave your stuff plugged in, it sets fires. I was like, okay, Dad, I always do this, I've never had a fire, it's no big deal. I haven't told my dad about this, and I don't want to, because I don't want him to be like, see, I told you so. So the other day, I usually leave my phone plugged in. I plug it in and I set it on my little side table and I like leave it there all night. And the other night, it was like 2 nights ago, I charged my phone. It was at 100%. This was at like midnight, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to overcharge it, so I unplugged it and I like left it, and it was like laying on my bed. And it's a 5-foot charger, so it like reaches decently into my bed. And I like fell asleep with my phone. I put it down, but I left the charger on my bed, and I woke up and I was just playing on my phone. I'll show you. So this is what it looks like. This is the charging box. It's just like a cheesy blue one, but it's flat. So this way I can plug it into my wall and it doesn't like break this cord because it lays like this. So then this would just come up and then like this would rest on my bed. So I'm laying down and my charger is like laying against my back. And I'll show you my Snapchat because the second I woke up and this happened, I was like, oh, I gotta tell somebody. So I was like, Snapchat it, obviously. So I'm laying down and I know like the cord's in my back, but it's just like, it's whatever because I've always like accidentally slept on it and stuff. And I'm laying down and I feel like pain. I'm like, oh, what is that? Like, it's unpleasant. So I just continue later. I'm like, okay, no, it's really starting to hurt. So I'm thinking, like, first thought, it's shocking me, but I'm like, can this piece shock you on its own? So I get up and I like look at it and I'm just like in a sports bra and shorts, like just in my room, like, what? And I'm like not really awake, even though I've been on my phone. And I look at it and it's smoking. My charger is smoking and I'm just like, oh my god. So I'm like trying to be quiet because my dad's room is right there and I don't want him to come in and see that he was right. So I like throw all my pillows. I have 7 pillows in my room. I throw all of them like down. I pull out my bed. I unplug the thing and I'm holding it and it's smoking. And basically this is what was what was burning me, essentially. A hole burnt through the charger. And it burnt my back. Like, I don't have a mark from it, but it like really heated it up. And it was like smoking and I was freaking out like on the inside. I'm like, oh my god, like I could have just set my house on fire. Like, what if I would have left my phone plugged in all night and I would have woke up and my phone would have been like melting and it's wood, so that thing would have set on fire, would have caught my bed on fire. I would have died. So I was just like so relieved it was just like a little burn on my back and not like my whole house. But Dad, you was right. I like don't want to tell him, but I feel like I need to. It's like I bought this charger. It has a lifetime guarantee, so I don't have the receipt, and I wish I did, because I bought it like 4 or 5 months ago. But damn, they were wrong. I mean, like, yes, it works, because this is a 5-foot charger. I'm not just gonna throw this thing away. It still works, but now I'll like watch my phone the entire time. Like, if I have to go to the bathroom, I'm unplugging it from the wall just in case it just wants to set fire again. So I don't know if it was because like my body was like on top of it and maybe I was sweaty or something because it gets really hot in my room, but yeah, my charger exploded and it was really scary. That could have been like my entire house flames. Jenna, you are a walking hazard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is like my endangered life. Like, I am not a safe person. Like, I obviously take certain safety precautions, but the charger thing I honestly never thought would happen. And that scared the living crap out of me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below some scary or dangerous things that have happened to you that you've like self-caused because of your own stupidity, because I know like I can't be the only one who's almost set their house on fire. I feel like that's just like a common thing, hopefully. And subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos. Lately I've just been doing a lot of like basic stuff and I haven't really like sat down and talked, I guess, to you guys, so I just figured I could do a story time week just because this recently happened to me, so I just was like, I need to tell them about this because this scared the shit out of me. So like this video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, so bye. I had this plugged into the wall behind my bed and I'm laying on it on accident and I like feel it burning me and I get up and it's smoking.